92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A guy named Kipling is on the phone today for a second date update.
He sounds very high class.
Yes, he does. Kipling. Apparently, he's not very good at dating, doesn't date a whole lot, and he's afraid that his nerves might have got the best of him on his first date. Kip, how you doing?
Good.
Can I call you Kip?
Yes, actually, Kip is. Most people call me Kip.
Okay. I don't know why. I just don't want to call you Kipling the whole time.
I know, it just sounds
I don't know
weird.
why, but it sounds
rolls
weird.
off the tongue weird.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, it's a weird name.
Okay. So, Kip, now I want to call you Kipling every time. This is
I mean, you can if you want to.
all right.
And
Well,
Kip,
anyway.
remember, you're getting made fun of by a guy named Jubal.
Yeah,
so
right.
you're fine, dude.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, Kipling, whatever. Just tell us about your first date a little bit. What's the problem?
Okay. Well, I don't generally date a lot, like for the most part.
Okay.
I just don't go on a lot of dates. I don't do the whole online dating thing, just because it's weird and hard. But anyways, this friend of mine at work, she sort of showed me this. Her friend Mona. She was
Okay.
showing me pictures of her, and she
It sounds to me like you're trying to say your friend from work hooked you up with a date.
Yeah. Am I not explaining that right?
Well, I mean, you did. It just sounds like you're a little nervous maybe and kind of all over the place.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine, man. You're doing a really good job.
Yeah,
You're here
dude.
with friends. Kip will help you out.
So your friend set you up with a lady.
Right. My friend set me up with this girl, and we talked on the phone, and we decided to go to a restaurant. And I picked a really nice restaurant because I wanted to impress her. I mean, she looked really cute. I hadn't been on a date in a while, and I wanted to impress
Take her somewhere where they have silverware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's a good move.
Classy.
Yeah.
A woman will always love you if you feed her well.
Well, I guess, yeah, right? But I got there late. I misjudged the traffic, and I got there like 15, maybe 20 minutes late.
Oh, wow. That is a lot late. Like 5 minutes is okay, but if you're 15 minutes late.
Yeah, it's a long
I
time
know.
to wait.
Did you text her and say, hey, run in a little bit behind?
No, I didn't want to text while I was driving. No one should do that.
That's a good point.
Back to your date, Kip. How did she react when you were that late? Did she seem upset by that?
She seemed fine with it. She was really nice about it, but I was already so nervous because I was late. And then this thing happened. Well, I guess I was surprised by the size of her. She had a really big chest area.
Oh, Kip.
Okay.
Wait.
That'll happen. That'll happen sometimes.
She had boobs, is what you're saying. Big ones.
Brooke.
Yeah, and I wasn't bothered by it, obviously, but I just sometimes I would catch myself, not talking or looking at her face, and I was just really nervous, and so at one point I feel like I overcompensated, and then I just stared too much at her face.
Like you're too. It's kind of like when somebody has a weird growth on their face or something, and you're like, I can't look at it, and then you keep catching yourself looking at it.
Yeah, but if that was on her chest.
Okay.
Did she?
She had two, I guess. Apparently.
Giant
Yeah.
growths.
Did you actually address the problem, or did you guys not talk about? I'm serious. Like,
No. She had big boobs. No.
well, I mean, I have not a huge chest, but I have a larger top half, and when somebody's staring, sometimes I'll just ask,
Hello.
hey,
Eyes
up
up here.
here.
Well, if you're asking me if I went online and looked at pictures of you, I haven't.
What?
No, I don't think she's saying that
No.
at all. I think she's saying, did it ever get brought up that you were having trouble paying attention to the conversation because of your date's boobs?
Oh. No, I thought that Brooke was asking me if I'd ever seen her chest, because it's larger.
No. No,
Okay.
she wasn't. But, hey, you can always go to the website after the second date update is done and look if you want.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Kip.
All right. So did she make any reference to you staring at her chest or not staring at her chest?
No, not that I remember. I didn't. No.
Okay. So it was just something that you were self-conscious about on the date.
Yeah, and then I was self-conscious that I was self-conscious about it.
Yeah.
So the whole time, that's all you were thinking about is don't look too long at her boobs. Oh, crap, I looked at her boobs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then I was thinking about looking at her boobs, and it was just...
You're just downhill for you. Did you hear a word that she said on the date?
I mean, I know at one point she was talking about swimming, but I have no idea what that was about or anything.
How long did you spend at dinner staring at her breasts?
Well, so that was the thing. I thought that, I don't know, in my mind, I thought dinner and drinks would last like 3 hours, and then we were done by like 45 minutes. So I started to panic, and I was, suggesting a bunch of activities, like, do you want to go bowling? Or, I don't know, I just was suggesting these activities, and she kind of wasn't really into it. She said she had to go and meet a friend, and so, I walked her to her car, and I didn't get a chance to like try to kiss her or anything because she was getting in her car, and then I asked her if I could call her, but she was closing the door. I don't know if she heard me or not.
So do you walk her to her car and she didn't really say much to you and close the door in your face? Because that's what it sounds like.
Well, it wasn't that bad. I was just a little nervous, and so by the time I, worked up the courage to just ask if I could call her, she was closing the door.
I picture her driving out of the parking lot. Like, can I call you? No? Okay.
And then she squealed off.
Kind of.
Kip, you sound like a really nice guy talking to you, but your description of the date sounds like you acted like an awkward perv.
Yes.
No, I wasn't being pervious. Just that was what was on my mind about her. And I don't date a lot, and I thought that this girl was really nice, and we kind of had a nice time. I just was hoping you guys could help me figure out like what went wrong.
Okay, we can definitely do that. What we'll do is we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Okay, hang on.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Second date update.
I can honestly say, out of all the second date updates we've ever done, the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of second date updates, I've never wanted anybody to get a second date more than my man Kipling, who's on the phone right now to do a second date update.
It's the story of an underdog.
You might know him as the Kipmeister, the Kippinator, Mr. Kipplesworth. Kipling is on the phone right now. He's a great dude, but he got a little nervous on his first date because he was ambushed by a woman with big bazooms.
How dare she?
I don't think
And
she
that will
ambushed
happen
him.
from time to time. Kip was not ready for it. If you were listening to the first part of the second date update, Kip explained that he has not dated very much. He went out with a girl that he met through a coworker, and when he met her at the restaurant, which he was 15 minutes late to, by the way, she actually had a very large chest, and Kip was nervous the whole time and couldn't pay attention. And he barely heard a word she said. She ended the date by just hopping in the car and leaving, and he hasn't spoken to her since. Kipling, are you ready?
Yeah. I hope you can work your magic or do your thing,
Well, we'll see if we can do our thing here. I'm going to dial the phone number right now, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
I was looking for Mona.
Yeah, this is her.
Hello, Mona. My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Cool. Have you ever heard the show before at all?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've heard of you. I just don't listen
That's okay.
that often.
Okay, cool. Well, you may have never listened really before, but you're actually on the show right now.
What do you mean?
I mean that one of our listeners actually sent us an email about you.
About me?
Yep.
Really?
Yep, and they said all nice things, too.
That's great. What's it about?
It's about a date that you went on recently.
Really?
Yeah, you went on a date with a guy named Kipling.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you mean Kip?
I do. Yes, I do. And he actually emailed us because he wanted us to get a hold of you. I guess you're not calling him back since your date, and he's confused.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you don't want to go out with him again?
I mean, he seemed like a really sweet guy, but I could just tell he was really, really nervous, like anxiously nervous, like kind of extremely awkward.
On a scale of 1 to 10 and the most awkward dates you've ever been on, how was this date?
a 15.
I'll tell you why I ask it like that, because we actually talked to Kipling. Sounds like a nice guy, but he was also very nervous talking to us, so I can't imagine how he would be on a date.
Yeah, like everything you can imagine, like times 1,000.
Did it get better as you guys hung out longer?
Yeah.
No, it only got worse.
Oh.
How did it get
Poor
worse?
guy.
Like, he showed up almost 20 minutes late
Right.
without letting me know.
Yeah.
When he walked in, though, despite being 20 minutes late, were you kind of excited? Like, oh, he's cute.
I mean, he was like nerdy, awkward, cute. I was like, maybe this could end well. But I'd been waiting for him to order, and the waitress came, and he gave her our menus and said we wouldn't be ordering food. We were just going to get drinks. But I'd waited all day to eat.
What?
It was already like after 7, and I hadn't eaten, and all we were getting was drinks. Like, we went to this nice restaurant, and we weren't even going to get food. Like, why didn't we just go to the bar?
Oh, I would have been like, hell no, I'm getting food. You don't even want to see me when I'm hungry right now.
We were like a few drinks in, and I started getting a little tipsy, and I finally was like, hey man, like, I'm really hungry. Like, is it okay if we order something? And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll get an appetizer for us to split.
Oh, wow.
So then he decides to get calamari, which is fine. It was great.
Yeah.
And I was eating, and he could tell that I was uncomfortable. So then he says, can I ask you a question? And of course I said, sure. And he asked me if I'm having a good time because my face doesn't look like I'm having a good time.
Oh.
Your face doesn't look like you're having fun. What'd you say to that?
I just smiled and put more calamari in my mouth.
Come on, you were, though, probably showing some pain on your face at this point.
I think at that point, a few drinks in, no food in my stomach, I couldn't hide a thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So it was just a very awkward time for you.
It was extremely awkward.
All right. You know what else is going to be awkward?
What?
He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you right now.
Wait, what?
Yep. Kip, where you at?
Hi, Mona.
Oh, no. Hi, Kip.
Hi.
Okay.
Kip, why are you doing this? I'm confused.
Well, you weren't answering my messages. I
Oh.
thought I wanted to talk to you and see if you wanted to go on another date.
Okay.
Kip, did you hear what I said about our first date?
Yeah, and but listen, the thing is, okay, so I don't date a lot, and
Yeah.
I really liked you, and you made me nervous, and I was already really nervous because I was late, and the thing is, I just showed up, and I just wasn't expecting a woman of your nature to be there.
Kip, what does that even mean?
What did that mean, Kip?
No, I just mean you're very beautiful. You know, you're very you have captivating features.
Oh.
You know.
Kip, that's really sweet.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and I just got nervous, and that's why maybe I wasn't the best dater. I was nervous, and I could tell you weren't having a good time, and the reason I didn't order a bunch of food is because I don't know, maybe we were gonna, something was gonna happen.
What?
Oh, Kip.
Wait, what are you talking about, Kip? What was going to happen if you ordered food?
I don't know. Maybe you just you don't know what happens if the date goes well, and
Oh, gosh.
I just didn't want to have anyone to feel awkward about having bad breath or have stuff in their teeth or anything.
So wait,
You mean
were
like if you
planning-
guys are going to kiss or something at the end there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he was planning a lot more than that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
me
Kip.
too, but I'm not really giving Kip that much credit.
I was like, damn, son, slow down.
No. I just meant kissing. Like, we might kiss if it went well. It's a date. That's how would,
Okay.
Kip, I get being nervous, like going on dates and stuff, but you probably don't want to ask if they're having a good time because their face doesn't look happy. Kind of a turnoff.
I didn't mean like that. I mean, your face is beautiful. Your whole is beautiful. You're beautiful, you know? I didn't mean it like that. I just meant, like, I could tell, like, you weren't having a good time, and I wanted you to have a good time, you know?
Yeah, Kip, but, like, maybe you could have phrased it a little differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Look, I was nervous, and I don't date a lot, okay? But, like, listen, I'm a really nice guy, and, you know, I just feel like I could do it right, you know? We could go somewhere and get food, and I don't know.
Mona, think about it. Like, he's laying it all out there. Maybe next time, because it's all out in the open, he won't have those same type of nerves.
I mean, he's really sweet, and everything he does seems pretty genuine.
Well, how about this, Mona? Would you go out with Kip on a second date? I will pay for it. Free second date.
Time?
What's that?
Said we would get food this time.
You can get food.
Yes,
I promise.
Yes, we could do whatever. We could go bowling or get food or whatever.
He's the same way.
Kip, you really like bowling, don't you?
I just don't date a lot, and that's just the last date I went on. We went bowling, and we had a great time.
Oh.
You guys don't have to go bowling if you don't want to, Mona. You can do anything. We will pay for it, though. Will you go out with Kipling again?
You know what? I guess he does deserve a second chance.
Whoa!
That almost sounded not painful.
What does that mean?
You're saying yes?
Yes, I'll go out with Kip again.
Yay!
Yeah, really? You won't regret it, I promise.
Congratulations, Kipling. You got a second date, man.
I can't believe you guys did this. This is amazing.
Kip, I can't believe we did it either, honestly.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 that says, I can't believe Jubal didn't advise her to wear a turtleneck on their next date. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this guy named Kipling, or Kip as we call him, wanted to call this girl named Mona. He had a very awkward first date with her. I think he's just kind of awkward at everything.
Yeah.
He hasn't dated in a while, and apparently he was so nervous on his first date, he couldn't stop staring at her chest.
Yeah, he was shocked that she had boobs when he showed up. Because apparently he hasn't seen a woman in the last, I don't know, lifetime.
She showed up and had a large chest, and he was like, I couldn't even listen to what she was saying at all, and it was very awkward.
He's like, don't look. Okay, look, now you're looking too much.
Yeah, another text in at 78592 that says, Kip needs to wear blinders on a date so he doesn't get distracted. He does.
Except for instead of blinding the sides, it's just blinding anything below eye level.
Yeah, and somehow we were actually able to get the girl to go out with him again. I don't know how, but I'm very happy. I was pulling for him the whole time. He sounds like a great dude, just not good at dating at all.
Do you really think the second date is going to go that much better?
I don't at all, but I'm glad that he was able to get a second date. Another text in at 78592 that says, Mona sounds super hot. Kip is not even close to being in her league.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wait,
you don't even know.
Does Kip have competition out there? There's some other nerd trying to win over Mona's love
I
on
would
a
just
text
stare
board?
straight at her chest and let her know I was doing it.
I can handle it.
So
I'll
anyway,
take that woman from Kip.
they got a second date. People are asking at 78592 to get an update on their second date. We'll see if we can do that for you. If she actually does go out with him again.
Yeah, she might have just
I
said
don't know
that.
that there's going to be a lot of update.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.